Welcome back.
Welcome to the TAE Time Podcast. Hope everyone is good. Hope you guys are having a great time. Hope you guys have been enjoying everything that's been happening. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's
episode from the previous week.
On the previous week. It's like we lied. We recorded it yesterday.
Yeah.
Because right now we are back in our house, chilling, but we have just been on a trip. We're not going to tell you where because
you're going to have to wait.
That's going to be another episode on its own, obviously.
Well, obviously, if you're like a follower of either of our pages, like you will see. And
yeah,
you should
know.
follow. You should follow me.
Yeah, you should be following her. She's the one. I don't post anything in my stories, but that is a nice segue into my weekly stand-up, which is the fact that I am very happy with the trip that just happened. Boom.
Wow.
Boom.
Do you know, even last week's stand-up, it wasn't that great.
No, but I'm joking. But guys, this was a joke, guys. Oh my God! Like, I felt assaulted. I felt targeted. Like,
yeah.
No. This weekly stand-up, which is technically 2 weeks in a same week in a row, but what it is, whatever it is, what it is. It's actually interesting one. What's called the news and the story that leaks that the Elden Ring DLC is coming out this February is just getting crazy, guys. I'm sick of waiting. I'm really sick of waiting. Because the assumption is Elden Ring came out in February 2 years ago. And obviously, as everyone knows, that was my game of the year. That was also Nicola's game of the year that year, and it was an amazing game. I shouldn't even play. She just watched me play. And
it wasn't my game of the year, but
yeah, it was.
My top 3 games didn't make my top 3 games.
No, but you said it was the game of the year for that year, remember? Because you were like,
oh, as in like this is like the best game that came out.
Yeah.
100%. And like I know it was between that and God of War, and I was very heavy on its Elden Ring.
As if I don't remember. Anyway, yes, Elden Ring game of the year, and obviously the thing is like, okay, Elden Ring.
Something my tooth.
Elden Ring game of the year, and everyone is like, yo, where's that DLC? You know, Shadow of the Earth Tree. We want that Shadow of the Earth Tree DLC. We've all been waiting, and speculation is having it that's going to drop on the anniversary of the game. So we are all hoping, I'm praying, and I'm sick of waiting because I want to play that guy. I even started playing it again. I think I mentioned this a few weeks back that I started playing it again, and just for fun, and it's just so enjoyable, such a good game, so well made, everything's so good, and I'm just waiting for that DLC. But yeah, that's my weekly stand-up. It is my frustration and my anticipation. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
But how about you?
Mine is related to this trip that we've been on. And it's
Cop out.
No, it's
Cop
the
out.
fact that I've started doing this since last summer, so this is like a tip and trick, but it's coming in so handy of like taking photos of the fits that I'm gonna wear.
Funnily kind of works with what we're about to talk about a little bit, but you get what I mean.
Kind of. But taking pictures of your outfits and like trying them on, it just saves so much time when it comes to like deciding, first of all, what you're bringing with you. It's like, this is what I'm going to wear. I'm not going to deviate from the plan that much, whatever. Depends on how long you're staying. And then like, you can just like stick through it. So easy. You know what you're going to wear. You know what, like if you have an itinerary of what you're going to do, you can like, okay, does this outfit work for this itinerary or not? And like switch them around, which is like, it's just so handy. So guys, take photos of your outfits.
That's assuming you're a fashionista like her.
I'm not a fashionista though.
Yeah, but most people don't care. Like they're just like, I'm just gonna bring this set of clothes and I'm gonna go on this holiday and wear whatever.
I get that.
The same way they go about their life. They're like, these set of clothes, I take my clothes out, I wear them. So some people are looking at you like,
I get it, right? But the thing is, and I'm saying this for people who like, get overwhelmed with the amount of things that they want to pack. I've always overpacked because I'm always like, oh, maybe I'll wear this, and I feel like I've always overpacked and had just way too much stuff that I didn't end up liking because I feel like they didn't even go together. Like I don't like, some outfits are fine because I'm like, I don't care, I'll just throw something on. But if I want to go somewhere nice or I want to take some photos, I want to look like put together from with the clothes that I have. So I think this is just a good tip and trick of not overpacking and just having your like outfits with you.
If you're a fashion icon, a
fashion
fashionista, oh my God. Me personally, I just toss shit into my suitcase.
Yeah, that's funny. We literally spent an hour of you trying.
Yeah,
out
no, but I did it because Nicoletta does it, not because I do it. Like, let's be honest. I usually like literally most of the time. I literally just like I know my clothes are all good, so I just like put stuff in a suitcase and I'm like, this will work. But this time I was like, let's do it like her.
Yeah, let me try it. Let me make sure it works.
You know, let's see.
So you want to tweak a little headband, tweak a little tee.
Well, it is also kind of a lie because unlike her, most of the time, to be honest, for most of our trips, like I know what pieces I have and I instantly already have a mental image of how it's going to look like in my head, together. And I just instantly am like, okay, I'll wear this.
I get that because that's how I kind of come up with my outfits anyway, but it's just seeing it visually and I'm like, okay, let me take a photo of it. Sorted.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough about the stand-up. But that was
an
extra tip for you guys. An extra tip. On to the topic of today, which was chosen by Farouk, which is
fitness and getting your summer body ready. Because we all know you guys are already a month into New Year, new me, whatever bullshit, and it's flopped. I know you flopped. Most of you flopped because it doesn't work that way. If you weren't consistent before this, how the fuck you consistent now? You got to get into the right mindset. And that's what I'm here. I'm here to put on sauce. Take it from me. The sources trust me, bro. Because I'm clearly not a fitness guru. Like, look at me. I have mid physique. But this mid physique was still attained through work. Okay? So, the point is, I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. And she obviously knows what she's doing too. So, we're like, why don't we just spew some advice for some of you that might be in this time, because we do know you get to that point in February sometimes, we've all been there, when you decide I'm gonna be healthier and then you're there in February, you're like, I kind of did a bit in January, I did slip up a few times and I just feel I
want to be more consistent,
I want to be like I really want to give this my all, but I just feel well, we're here, buddy, chin up, little Padawan. We're gonna teach you wagons, We
will teach you. No, obviously, before we jump into it, we are not qualified. Do not take this advice.
Yes, don't take any of this advice.
Bible.
No, literally take none of it.
Nothing is research, fact checked. Nothing.
It's all parody.
Experience. It's just our experience.
It's not an experience. I made it up.
No, it's our experience. But on the bright side, right, if you're looking to get loose, shed some weight, and this is gonna be specifically shedding some weight, not gaining. We're not there right now. This is not the topic we're having right now. But if you're looking to shed some weight for the summer, February, March, April is a good time to start. Yep. Give yourself a solid 12 weeks, which is 3 months?
Yeah, exactly. 3 months.
Yeah. Solid, give yourself that time, because that's when you actually will see really good results.
Well, decent results.
Decent results, right?
Yeah,
for
your
result. Regular person, you will see a big change. If you're not someone who goes to the gym all the time or looking to start, 12 weeks is a good time to goal. Goal.
And also it's a nice good consistency as well, kind of get into that, habit 90 days, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. And February, March is still not too late to start. So this is this episode is very relevant to you, our listener. Okay, so the first kind of thing we're going to talk about is the cycle itself. So more the workouts. Just the workout part. So what I've been doing, obviously take everything with yourself, how you should really cater things towards your own physique. So for me, it's I've been training 7 days a week, now pretty much consistently. The gym is my life. I have nothing else to do in my life, guys. But yeah, no, I've been training 7 days a week due to the fact that I've been trying to hit shoulders more often. So I've literally split my workout into core body parts, quote unquote, as in, don't get me wrong, essentially I'm training chest and triceps, and I'm training shoulders and triceps again, then I'm training back, and then I'm training legs, and then I'm training shoulders again, I know, a second time, and then I will train chest and back once more together that day, with biceps. Obviously every time I do back, I do biceps, and then do triceps again, and then I'll do legs again, and then on those legs I will also do shoulders. I do shoulders 3 times a week, and I kind of rotate it in different ways. So I'm essentially, because I know, and I do shoulders, I do everything twice a week, and then I do shoulders 3 times a week, because shoulders are definitely a little bit more of my genetic weak point. So I'm let me try to blow these things up more. So I'm really trying to focus in on that. And
what I'm doing is I'm doing my session really focusing on like that weight, that time under tension. I'm really making sure that I'm getting the most out of everything. Like I'm going to failure pretty much every set I'm doing. Like, you know, like every set I'm going to failure, you know, and like obviously if you are near, I wouldn't recommend that. I'd say like, dude, go near failure, but don't go, and then on your final set, go to failure, you know?
But I think that's a very common thing actually that I've talked with other people who have been to the gym and kind of saying like, oh, I can, you know, do this for like 20 reps. And I'm like, no, you need to do more weight, because people like, they're not really used to training to failure or pushing themselves a little bit harder. So I think that's important to note. Like, absolutely.
No, it's very important. Like you need to make sure that you are finding it hard, but not too hard that like you're only getting like 2 reps. Like like what I always do is like, I have to make sure I can always get at least 6 reps of it. And then I really try to push for like 8, 9, and when I say 8 or 9, that's just an arbitrary number. The point is just that after that 6, every rep is like I'm pushing it and I'm pushing it hard until I can't push no more. Then I stop, you know, like literally because I can't, you know. And then that way you're really getting the most out of it. You're really getting, and like I've seen some good growth out of that. Actually doing that, like I've been doing it for a while, and I've seen a lot more better growth during that, and it's been really great. And then obviously like after every session of weight training, I instantly do cardio. I do, whether it's 20 minutes incline walk or whatever, or like maybe like cycling, or maybe like assault bike. I started doing that again. Freaking hate that machine, but I love it at the same time.
When I think of an assault bike, I just picture you.
Oh my god!
Like you are assault bike babe.
It's so
Warrior.
good. It is so good. Like you get a workout and you get cardio.
I don't like it.
Like it, yeah, because it's painful.
I'm a stairmaster.
Like yeah,
you stick to what I know.
You know, it's painful, but it works, guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you have an assault bike, do it. Do the intervals. Start off with like maybe 10. Even 60, like, you know, 10 seconds on, 60 seconds off. Okay. Like you might think, oh my God, 60 seconds of resting. Once you do your 3rd set of it, then you're gonna be like, oh my God, thank God, it's 60 seconds rest. And that's when you start. And then eventually you can do like 30, 20, whatever, 20, 40, whatever works for you, you know, figure out what works for you. But essentially I do cardio after, and then I do abs, and then that's my session there. And you think it would take long, but because I'm really just doing like, for example, when I'm doing like chest, I'm doing 3 to 4 exercises, you know, and then like 2 triceps exercises. So it's like 5 exercises in total, or maybe 6 exercises. It doesn't take more than an hour, you know. And then you have like 30 minutes for cardio / abs, you know, like you know, 20, 25 minutes of the thing, and then 5 minutes for abs, or 10 minutes of abs. You really don't need that much more, you know, because I do the ab rollers, or they do like weighted ab crunches. You really don't need more than that, honestly, because in the end of the day, abs are made in the kitchen, quote unquote, whatever, you know. Like once you're lean, everybody has abs. Like you're just trying to build the muscle to make it more defined, and so on and so forth. So like cardio is really the main thing, and then that's it. Like it sounds so simple, but it's about being consistent with it, and then 2, it's about pushing every single time you get into the gym. How about yourself? For the girlies at home, what are you doing? What's your cycle?
I'm not willing to share my secrets.
She's like, you didn't pay me enough for this. It's not gated against Patreon, so you're not paying for this info.
I think before I jump into like what I do, obviously I think it's important to have like set yourself a workout routine that you're willing to stick to.
Absolutely.
You know, like don't have like I'm gonna gym 7 days a week. That's really not that easy. I think it works for us because we do nothing else with our lives. We literally work and just go to the gym. But I think like there's been loads of weekends where we're like away or like whatever, and that's our break. I think,
sure, before we started going gym 7 days a week, before this, I was only going gym 3 to 4 times a week. That was my cycle at the time, because I didn't need anything more than 3 to 4 times a week. I was going like, at 4 times. And then I take a not 3-day break, but like essentially I had to go like 1 day break, 1 day break, 1 day break, you know, and then maybe do it a weekend.
Thing. You have to understand your own schedule too. Yeah. Like you might simply not have the time, and be so real, be so fucking for real with yourself. Like if you're working a really hard, long day, are you really gonna want to be going to the gym? Probably not. So do on a day when you're like less busy. If weekends work for you, that's okay. But I think in terms of like cardio, definitely I would say like 4 to 5 workouts a week, even if it's at home, like have some high intensity, you know,
or even just like going for a long walk, like an hour or something, like, you know, 40 minutes to an hour, like, you know, like we go on walks even in the evening, like because we train in the mornings, and then we go for like a 40-minute walk in the evening, like, you know, it makes a massive, like you think, but what is it makes a when you're doing nothing your whole day, doing something makes a big difference on your body.
For sure. And going into the office and sitting down isn't doing something.
Yes.
I'm just gonna be real. Like, that's just what we do at home. You know, we sit down and work at a desk. Like, but going outside is like really important for like fresh air, like stimulating the brain, like whatever. But have something that you can stick to. You know, that's the main thing, and that you're not gonna beat yourself down if you don't achieve it. So make it very beginner friendly for yourself.
Absolutely.
For myself, I like a minimum 5 days in the gym a week. That's the goal. If it happens to be more, then good for me. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And like, it's not always gonna be like perfect. Like, you know, we're going on a trip. That's not part of my 5 days a week. Like, I'm just gonna plan to walk a lot, you know, but that's not like I've been to the gym kind of thing. I like to do ideally 3 leg days. 3 leg days a week, just because that's my weak point. Like Farouk said, his shoulders.
No. She just wants a big ED.
That's the thing. Like, I think trained for what you want. I've always been someone who's trained, like, you know, top to bottom my whole life in the gym, and now I'm done. I'm kind of done with that. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm not gonna neglect body parts, but you know, I want to focus.
That's why she's wearing her gym top, to show you her guns.
I don't really have anything there, but like I do like, you know, 2 to 3 leg days a week, and then I do like 1 to 2 upper body days, and I like 2 cardio days, because I just love the idea of going to the gym and just being on the Stairmaster for 40 minutes or on the treadmill for 40, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean?
However long I'm in the gym for.
However long, yeah, that's the thing. And then what I'm also trying to do is maybe add like a yoga session at home in my week, just because I feel like that keeps me very like grounded. Very like grounded. I just find it so relaxing. The stretches are really good on the muscles. Like, I just don't see any cons, you know. I've always loved yoga, even at my peak gym routine. So like, I would say now I'm at my peak, because I train a lot better than I did. But I would go to the gym like twice a day and stuff, so whatever. But anyways, that's my split. That's what I do.
See, she didn't really say. I gave you like the little bit of nooks and crannies. She's not giving the full thing, because she generally doesn't want to share. She's like, this is how I get better. I'm not giving you my secret sauce.
No, but like, okay, what do you want to know? Like, what do you want to know?
What do you do?
Like, I go to the gym and I come back.
What exercises do you do?
Well, like, it depends, you know. Avoiding the question. No, guys, I'm not gatekeeping. I've never gatekept my workout.
No, but honestly, it really depends. Like, if you guys are interested, maybe in like the breakdown of our workouts,
there's a lot of things that you do that
I do so much.
You do for yourself. There's a lot of things that I do for myself.
If you guys are interested in like the breakdowns of what like our workouts are like, let us know, and we'll make an episode of that.
On Patreon.
No, I'm joking.
Someone's got to pay for this.
It'll be free. But honestly, do let us know if you are interested in us actually breaking down our workouts and like what we're doing. Like, you know, obviously Nicoletta can do it for the girls, and whoever wants a bunda, I will tell you for the guys, and whoever wants to just have a mid physique, and and we just go like that, you know. That's
the thing, and like, I think it's also a little bit difficult to cater a workout. Like, if we're saying it, that's not really gonna really help anyone who's starting off. I feel like it's gonna throw them off. But if you're already a gym person, that could be useful to you, whatever. Then do you have any advice for like feeling a little lazy some days in a week, you know, and not like giving it your all? Do you think showing up is more important than
don't What you mean?
Just don't get lazy.
Just don't. Like, guys, there are times I'll literally be tired and I'll be like, gotta go gym. And I just go in and I just work. And then I work and get the frick out. You know, like
you think showing up is like the most you can do?
Yeah, like once you get into there and you start pushing weight, you will have the energy. Like, you just have to get in there first and start moving the weight, and then you'll be like, okay, now I gotta go. Like showing up is so important. Just getting into that gym space, getting that mindset, start pushing the weight, and you're like, okay, I gotta go in. Like, I'm already here, so I might as well make my time worth instead of wasting my time. You know, like, it's a different story if you're like, you go there and you're not feeling the best, then you're like, okay, let me just actually just get out of here, like, and not waste time. But if you're in there and like you're already started moving and there's nothing wrong with you, bro, just push the weight, just move. You know, like showing up is so important. And like I think you just have to get out of bed, do whatever, and just like, all right, let me get this shit done. You know, like honestly,
I agree with you. Showing up, regardless of what it is you do, even if you do one exercise and then walk on the treadmill, you did something rather than be at home. You know, you showed up for yourself. Because there are days when I'm genuinely like feeling kind of lazy in the gym, and I'm kind of like maybe doing a little less weight, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just go for a walk. But I still feel better that I went out and did it than if I just stayed at home. Yeah. You know, so show up for yourself. That's very, very important.
Show up for yourself.
And then what's your advice for becoming a morning gym person?
Only do it if you actually are a morning person. Honestly, like
you're not though. So what's the advice?
Me, I'm an any day person, so I don't really care. So like, guys, I can go.
You like being up late.
Like, yeah, I like being up late, but also wake up early, so it doesn't really matter to me. Like,
you're not getting
like,
enough rest.
You know, work on yourself, guys. Don't focus on me. No, honestly, like you just like do go to the gym the time that suits you. Like whether it's busy or not, like just because the thing is you're not going to get an effective workout if you can't work out during the time that your body's going to be effective in. If your body's not effective in the morning, like you're not going to be able to magically change it to be effective. Like you can, don't get me wrong. You can, if you go to the morning enough times, your body will adapt. You can train your body. But I'm saying like if time doesn't allow it, or you're just like, this is just, it takes too much of a mental slugfest for you to like get over something, just go in the evenings. You know, especially if you're starting out, go at the time that suits you best, as in like when you're like, okay, up and at 'em, I can do this, you know, whether it's in the morning, whether in the evening, whether it's in the afternoon.
Because I feel like my most questions, the question that I hear all the time from people asking is, how do you get up in the morning and do it, right? So I understand that like you know, like go to cater to your body, but I think a lot of people would like to be able to. I
guess like if you want to be a morning person, just get up in the morning. Force yourself to get up in the morning and just go. Yeah. Like as I said, if you go enough mornings, like if you do like 2 weeks straight of continuously waking up at 6 a.m., brush your teeth, do whatever, get to the gym, however way you get to the gym, and then go to the gym. If you do that for 2 weeks straight, I'm telling you, by the third week, your body is going to be fine with waking up at 6 a.m. You know, like
that's what I think, because I do think that there's times when you're more efficient, whatever. But I think anyone can become a morning person.
Absolutely.
Personally, I remember when
change your sleep routine.
That too, like rest is very important. Like I don't think I couldn't really get a proper workout in if I'm not rested enough. I was like, let's just go in the evening. You have to be really realistic there. Like for me, I need the rest. When I first started going in the mornings, I was like, I feel a little sick, you know, like I can't lift as much, whatever. Your body, you'd be so surprised. Your body adjusts to it so fast. Like it can really get used to morning routines very quickly, and your body's, you know, it can endure a lot more than you think you can.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you know, it's really not that hard. Like, and like by the way, I'm an outlier, so don't be taking this for a thing. I can sleep for like 3-4 hours and I'll be fine to go to the gym in the morning.
Not good for muscle recovery.
But that's not good for muscle recovery though. You know, but I'm just saying, like, the point is, and it's just about getting to that routine of like waking up in the morning, doing it, and your body will be like, okay, I can do this, you know? But if you want to be the most efficient, you need to start sleeping earlier. Like whether, like if you're waking up at 6 a.m., you can sleep at any time between 10 and 12, realistically. Like
your body will be tired.
Like if you sleep at 12, you'll be fine. I think like 6 hours sleep, you're fine.
But that's
like,
not true, scientifically. On some
people. Well, depending on the person. No. I have now learned that people, like when it actually comes to like sleep, or when they say like 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever, it's actually not per night, it's across a time frame.
Well, actually, women require up to 10 hours per day,
exactly.
Per night.
But the thing is, like, it's still through across like a time frame. Like it's like your sleep cycle was like, I thought it was actually explaining it to me. It was pretty interesting. But the way it works is like your sleep, like you can literally get less sleep one night, but you can make up for sleep another night. And your body
that's
will,
if
like,
you make up for it. Because
you know,
when
like,
you're in a pattern, you do get used to it. But
absolutely. But either way, fuck the science right now. The point is, you just try to do whatever you can to rest well and then wake up early.
Yeah.
And then once you wake up early for like 2 weeks straight, it'll be funny easier from there onwards.
I think my biggest motivator is the fact that I know I cannot get an efficient workout if the gym is busy, which is usually in the evenings. And that's just my biggest turn off of going to the gym in the evenings, unless I'm going to do cardio. I hate it. I hate a busy gym. I hate having to look for equipment or waiting. Like, it ruins my whole vibe. You know, it's like when you have your workout, but now you can't do it in the order you want, so you have to go home. That's me. Like, I just hate it. I hate it. So I'm just gonna get up and
but don't be turned off by it, because like me personally, I actually prefer going to the gym in the evenings, even though I go in the morning, just because the reason I like going in the morning is because it just frees up so much time in the evening. But I actually prefer going to the gym in the evening. I like when it's busy. I like when there's other people. It gives like motivation for me. I don't know, like just like other people are pushing weight, I'm pushing weight. It's like, yeah, you know, that's a good thing. And obviously, like, I'm the type of person that I have no problem being like, hey, do you mind if I working with you? Hey, do you mind if I do this? Or like do that?
Of the problem.
You know, like,
I hate.
I don't mind doing that, you know, like, so like if you're comfortable with that, and you like going in the evenings, feel free to go in the evenings. But like if you want to go in the mornings, go into the mornings. Like do whatever suits your time frame.
I think freeing up the time of the evening is such a huge factor too.
Yeah.
But anyways, on to the food.
Come on, tell us there, because let's be honest, Nicoletta is better off for this, because once you hear the way I do food, you'll be actually annoyed when you see me lean, because you're like, how the hell?
Oh, he's the guy that eats his rice and chicken.
Yeah, so.
Rice and chicken. I think, you know, like you said, food is like key when it comes to dieting. You cannot outwork a bad diet.
Yeah, you can't outwork a bad diet.
Yeah, you simply can't. No matter like what you do, you simply can't. But food is key to dieting, right? Because it helps with calories. Like, calories are important. I know people kind of get triggered by that, you know, because it's not intuitive. But I think it's so important to know what's in your food. And I have a list of things that are like, beware of these foods that you think are healthy, but they're really high in calories. Because I think people make like when they make a switch to eating healthier, but not realizing that, oh, these things are high in calories. So things like peanut butter, almond butter, nuts in general, very high in calories, high in fiber, and great nutrients. But eating like a whole bag, that's that's your whole day of worth of calories. You know what I mean? Like over 2,000 calories, which is crazy.
That's insane.
Then there's like things like dressings and salads, like, you know, if you're switching like to salads because it's healthier, lettuce.
A lot of salads have a lot of oil.
And dressings, like the sauce, the mayo, all that, that's really high in calories. Oils, like you said as well, like what you're cooking with. I understand, you know, cooking with some oil, but deep frying it, have a little think about it. Alcohol, huge in calories. If you're someone who enjoys
I don't have that problem.
a glass of something, just be aware that is also calories, you know.
Isn't red wine like the lowest calories or whatever?
No, I think that's quite high.
Is it quite high?
I think it's spirits that are lower.
Oh, yes, yes.
Like
No, you're right. It's like the wines are high in calories and people don't know, and they take wine with the thing. And then that glass is like 200 calories. You're like, what the?
Yeah, no, precisely. Things like avocados, hummus.
Oh,
very
avocado's
healthy.
a big one.
Yeah,
Avocado's a big one.
Yes, it is.
That one I know. Avocado's big. And I don't even like avocado. I just know because there was someone. There's this story when I was working in my previous company, and we used to have like avocado on tap, like the avocados every morning. And then one guy was like talking about how he's trying to like lose weight or whatever. But this guy loves avocados. Like he was having 2 avocados every morning with toast, because we had the big slices of toast, so he'd have one whole avocado. One avocado for one slice and then another avocado for one slice. And then he's like, oh yeah, like he's been trying to like work out, doing a lot of running and doing whatever. And he's like, but he's still been trying to put off straight. And I was like, you realize like your breakfast alone is like freaking like nearly 1,000 calories, you know? And then he's like, what do you mean? I was like, he's like, I'm eating just like brown bread and avocado. I'm like, no, avocado is like massive in calories, bro. And then he's like, no, it's not. And then we looked it up, and then he was like, holy shit. And I was like, yeah, like, and then you're probably having like other meals throughout the day that you think are low in calories, but actually high in calories. And that's why you're not losing as much weight as you expect. Like, don't get me wrong, he was losing a little bit of weight, but he wasn't losing as much as he was expecting, because he was like, I should be in like this big of a deficit.
And at the start, I think it could be fine because you're making a switch to healthier
choices,
which are fine. But you have to really be a little bit mindful of the calories in your food. What I used to do with avocados, because I love avocados, but like I would put in like one avocado or maybe half, whatever, and then I'd mix in with like tomatoes, a little bit of cheese to kind of like add some volume to the meal, but also
so you feel full.
Yeah, exactly, because like half an avocado is very
Feeling
small.
full is your friend.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, just on the what other foods that are high in calories. Like fruits, kind of like mangoes, bananas are huge in the fitness world. I don't really eat bananas, but like, you know, it's like 60-70 calories for one. Just think about that. Soda, huge. People love soda. Obviously, if you're gonna have one, I guess have the 0
Calories,
whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and other foods like sushi and stuff like you think are kind of healthy, but are kind of
guys,
not.
come on. There's more rice than there is fish.
So yeah, portion control is important. So talk us through your portions.
I eat twice a day.
It's the saddest. No, they're delicious meals.
Oh, they're delicious, guys. If you ate them, you'd love them. But like, if I just told you what it was without explaining how I cooked it, you would be like, "What?" It is literally rice and chicken. I love rice and chicken.
Yeah.
I love rice. What's a Nigerian rice and stew and chicken, or just rice I cook up in a certain way with chicken, you know? I love eating rice. I eat rice every day. There was a point I was eating rice like 2-3 times a day all the time.
You can't eat rice after the second time.
Yeah, whatever. And then and like chicken. So like I just love eating it. So like I love rice and chicken. I devour rice and chicken. So I literally eat rice and chicken every day. So I eat it like twice a day pretty much now. Like I'll eat like, because the thing is like I will eat a lot of protein, like big amounts of chicken, because like I can't have other forms of protein, whatever. So like I eat a lot. So, and because I like to feel full, I am that type of person who likes to feel full. I do kind of like a pseudo intermittent fasting. So what I'll do is in the morning I'll have like a Squares bar like before gym to put something in my stomach and drink like a liter of water, and then I'll go to the gym with a liter of water, drink that whole liter of water in the gym, come back home, chill around for a while, drink another liter of water, and then up until lunch, and then like by the time it's lunch, I've already had 3 liters of water, and that's like to keep me, you know, feeling full, you know. And then around 12 o'clock I'll have my first meal, in which I'll have like maybe 350 grams of rice or something like that, of like white basmati rice, and then I'll have like, I don't weigh, by the way, I just eyeball it, like, and then I eat like, depending on what chicken I have, whether it's oyster chicken thighs or just like normal chicken, I've cooked up, you know, I marinate it very well, put it in the oven, it's tasty, and then I eat that, and then I'll eat that again, another 300 or so grams of rice or whatever. Or sometimes Ralu's nice enough, you know, to Nicholas out here making me a nice meal, you know, sometimes for dinner instead. And it's around 6 o'clock usually. So that way, like, it's like I've had the appearance. I would also have had another liter or two of water, by the way, by the time it's between 12 and 6. So like, you know, I feel like by the time it's 6, I'm already feeling hungry. Like I'm usually very hungry, but I'm just like trying to firm it. And then by the time I eat, I'll like drink a lot of water as well, and then I'll firm it again before I go to bed, and then rinse and repeat. Lots of water, but I already drink lots of water normally, so don't think you have to do a copious amount of water like I do. I drink lots of water normally, but if the appearance of drinking lots of water will give you the appearance of feeling full, and then you'll feel good. You know, like it's one of those things. So definitely, that's my routine. Wouldn't recommend it. Like, unless you're hardcore. Let me not lie. I would not recommend it.
Rice and chicken sounds depressing, but if you
cook it well and you like it, you'll enjoy it. Like, as in like, because I don't just eat, like people eat bland rice and chicken.
Chicken breast.
Like, you know, chicken breast. No, I don't do that. I season my oyster chicken thighs or my chicken legs or whatever, and then I eat that with rice. And it's seasoned. It looks colorful. It looks delicious. You know? I'm enjoying the meal.
Not you salivating right now.
Like I have one right here behind the camera, guys. I have one left. But that's what I do personally, you know, and it works very well for me. And the reason I do the intermittent fasting as well, by the way, is because I can't eat 3 meals a day. Because like usually what they say when you're cutting is like eat 3 to 6. They usually actually recommend 6 small meals a day. You know, like you split your meals.
Like side dishes, because you know, how small can you get for 6
meals?
Yeah,
but if you portion size it well, like in little portion meals. No, people I've seen people do it, and it looks very. But you have to remember they also eat a frick ton of vegetables. Like
I don't know.
Vegetables is like half the thing.
I eat a lot of vegetables. And I used to do less smaller portions, but because there was constantly smaller portions, I was constantly hungry.
Yeah, no,
if I
like,
had bigger meals, I was like, I'm satiated for a while.
yeah, no, it's definitely like some people like some worse for some people, some it doesn't work for others. But I'm the type of person like when I eat a meal, I need to eat a big meal. Like if I eat a small meal, I feel so much worse. I feel so hungry. So I rather eat a whole big meal and feel full. You know, feeling full is the goal. And so that's why I only eat 2 meals, because then I eat 2 large meals. Like guys, each of those meals is like 1,200 calories, you know, like that's a lot. Like in healthy food, because like obviously you can get 1,000 calories of crisp and that's nothing, but like of like rice and chicken, that's a lot, you know. So that's what I do, and it works for me personally. But yeah, Nicoletta's meals are actually colorful and fun. Me, I'm not that.
Yeah, I like, obviously I think it's such an important thing to enjoy while you're eating. I think not enjoying your foods or cutting everything out that you enjoy is one of the biggest mistakes that can really lead to your downfall.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I said this before, but like there was this girl in college that I used to go with, and you know, we'd have lunch together occasionally, and I used to love protein pancakes, and I would make them for myself with like chocolate, right? And I'd be eating it, and she's like, you can't eat chocolate if you're dieting. And I'm like,
if it fits into my fucking calories.
What do you mean? It fits my literally my calories, my macros, everything. I was like, yes, of course you can. And she's like, no, you're not gonna get anywhere like with that. And I was like, bet, because I was on my peak physique. Like there was no chance. You cannot tell me that. I just thought it was crazy because other people think like this. It's
and also don't get it twisted. Like there's 2 examples here. I don't track my calories.
Yeah, I'm an avid tracker.
Nicoletta's an avid tracker. I don't track at all, and we both still get lean. So like you don't have to track to get lean. You just have to be wary of what you're putting in. Like portion size control is the main thing. You know, like control your portion sizes, control how much you're eating, and from there you can take it.
I like tracking because I like to prioritize my protein intake, and I like knowing how much I have in a day. So that's kind of like the main reason I'm tracking, and also calories to see that I'm not too high, but I'm not really bugged if it's like too high either. You know, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. But like I have like 3 meals in a day. 2 of them are actually like quite substantial. Some of my favorite proteins include like eggs, egg whites, lean minced beef, chicken, not so much. I don't really get along with chicken as well as Farouk does. And then nutrition, like oranges, strawberries, spinach. Like these are things I eat every single day. I'm so proud. Like I'm so proud. You know, and then like my kind of like middle meal, because I like feeling full too. Like if I don't feel full, it's not a good time. But if I feel full, I'm like, yeah, I can go on with my day, you know. And then like kind of like a middle meal, I make like protein pudding with walnuts, strawberries. Like I have to enjoy my meals. Yeah, I have to enjoy them. And carbs are not your enemy.
No, they're not
at all.
Just control it. Like everything, control the amount of carbs you're putting into your body.
That's the thing, because you know, people always say like, oh, this much pasta or whatever spaghetti is how much you're actually meant to have, lol. And I'm like, well, yeah, like put other stuff in it to make it. And also fuller.
Courtesy of, I know my brother's gonna love this, courtesy of Jeff Nippard, science-based lifter, you don't have, even though you're cutting, you don't actually have to have 2.2 grams of protein per kg of body weight, or what is it, 2 grams or a pound per gram. You know, you don't have to do that actually, because studies now show when it comes to protein, you can check it out, by the way, don't take my word for it, I'm just regurgitating. It showed that you actually don't need that much. Like you can literally, like for example, realistically by that metric, I'm meant to have like, I think it's like a day 220 230 grams of protein,
which is substantial.
Yeah, I get pretty close to that, to be honest. I mean, like sometimes I even hit it like, you know, like every day. But like the thing is, you're meant to have, is based off the old research, that's what you're meant to have. But now it shows that if you literally have, like me, if I have like anywhere between 130 to 200, like
which guys,
you know, and you don't understand 130 like is so low, you would think, you know.
I disagree. I think 130 is high.
No, but obviously, but
is substantial amount of protein that most people do not.
Yes, but for someone that's 90 kg,
I get what you're saying, but I feel like it's still substantial. Like you would need protein with every meal.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. So like that's the thing is like, studies have now shown that like even at like 90 kg, you can have like 130 grams of protein, you still be fine. You know, like you're still kind of like hitting your protein intake efficiently. Like, could you be way more efficient? A little bit more, but like apparently like after like X amount, it's like negligible. Like, look it up anyway. Jeff Nippard, go look him up on TikTok. He actually talked about it. It was actually really interesting.
Yeah.
And no,
I think protein is great for filling you up regardless. So like if you're eating whatever and you're adding more volume with like vegetables or whatever, protein is great. Like,
yeah, well, definitely when you're cutting, focus on your protein the most, because you want to keep as much muscle as possible, and the only nutrient that keeps your muscle is protein when you're cutting.
Don't get it twisted.
Otherwise you will lose any amount of muscle you have as you're cutting, and you obviously don't want that. You want to be tight and sexy.
Okay, and then on to the final part of this episode, which is slip-ups and accountability.
I don't slip up, so I don't have to be accountable. Just fuck yourself.
This would be the greatest fitness influencer in history of fitness influencer.
Nah, I'm joking. I actually really don't though, but I guess as I said, I'm very hardcore. Like, I'm in one of those people that's like, once I set my mind to something, like if I don't, I'm just like, you're a bitch. You can't. You know, like, I guess that's my accountability. You know, like, you know, that I try not to slip because I don't wanna diss myself. You know, so like, but definitely slip ups are bound to happen. Like, it's not really easy, you know, to not slip up. Like, it happens, and it's just about being like, okay, I messed up, but it's not. You don't go like, okay, I guess since I messed up, I might as well just like stop. Or, well, I guess since I messed up, like, for this one meal, I might as well just not cut for the rest of the day or the rest of the week or the rest of whatever.
Maybe
you know?
just give it up.
You know?
Give it up, like.
So, like, you just be like, okay, I messed up. Like, you know, like, I haven't been keeping to my cut for like this last 2 weeks. You know what? And I caught myself now. Let me go do that. Let me go work hard. Let me go put it back with work and continue. You know? And I think just being able to catch yourself, even if you mess up, and then continue from where you messed up. It makes a massive difference. And obviously, if you want, have an accountability partner, have someone who's in the journey with you, and you can both push each other. Yep. That's obviously the best thing to do. But if you're doing it yourself, you need to be able to catch yourself and willing to be like, you messed up, go at it again.
Yeah, I agree, but I do think the whole like having someone, it's important in terms of talking, but if it's someone that like you gym together with or diet together with, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the approach. Not because you can bring each other up, because obviously you can bring each other down as well, right? So I meant that the other way around. But you get what I'm saying. Yeah. It's not that. It's that I like the idea of being very individually dependent on yourself to keep yourself accountable. And once you're there, there's no going back. You're not relying on anybody. You're just like...
Yeah, you are your own muse.
That's the thing. I think, you know, slip-ups are bound to happen, especially like at the start, if you're like a beginner, if you don't enjoy what you're eating, or if you find it too much effort to either cook your meals or like whatever. And I think there are so many options today, even of ready-made meals that are high in protein. Yeah,
they have HelloFresh.
There's so many
different options. Pre-made meals. Even your common ordinary like Spar, Duns, they all have protein meal, and you can literally buy like a pack of 5 for like maybe like $20 or whatever, 10, and then you're like, all right, this is this meal for X amount of days. You know, like if you're too lazy, like honestly, like there's so many things there.
I agree. There's so many options, and you don't have to cook for yourself like 3 times a day. I think we're in a privileged position that we work from home, so we're able to cook our lunches at home or dinners, whatever. But if you're not, you know, there's options, or prepping the night before, or like whatever. And put in, like, it's not like, oh, I'm putting so much effort. Like, you're putting this effort for yourself. Yeah. So like, it should never be seen as like why am I doing this? Like a waste of time. How is it a waste of time? You're looking
future
out for
you
yourself.
will thank you.
You know what I mean?
Like, damn.
It's I don't know. I think my biggest tip anyway is to enjoy what you're eating. I think it's so important to actually like what you're eating. And don't get me wrong, like you can actually grow to like things, because if you're going from a only McDonald's diet, you're not really gonna like homemade meals as much, you know? So it's really important to like let yourself experiment.
If you're in an only McDonald's diet, you have other things to worry about. I'm sorry.
Like your blood test results, you know what I mean? Like
your cholesterol.
Your cholesterol. enjoy while you're eating and don't fully cut everything out. If you enjoy having a dairy milk, a chocolate bar, or ice cream, put that in. And
you just have to sacrifice a little bit more food.
You know, calories aren't scary. MyFitnessPal, I use that for, like, you can scan so many things on that. Like, you know,
the database is very big.
Your ordinary, like, spar, like, meal, you can just scan it and it's there. And it's just getting an idea of calories in things. Not getting obsessive, but knowing, being aware.
Absolutely.
It's your biggest tip.
Yeah. Just work hard. Honestly, and work consistently. That's really, like, you guys are like, oh my God, guys, it's really that simple.
Consistency, yeah.
Just be consistent and keep doing it and keep doing it hard. Mm-hmm. The longer you do it, the better you do it, the better results you get. End of story, right? And you just keep doing that. Like, honestly, it's really is that straightforward. You know, like, whatever physique you have at the end of it doesn't matter. There's so much more that comes into play, like genetics, all these other things. Mm-hmm. But, like, you do you. Your biggest enemy is yourself, and you just keep working.
Well put. Good job.
Yeah.
I hope you guys found this useful.
Let us know if you want more.
We didn't put you off.
Yeah. If you did get put off. Moving on.
Yeah, I hope we didn't make it sound like it's a lot, because it really.
Yeah, it's not, honestly.
But yeah, if you want our workout routines, pay us. No, we'll make an episode.
We'll make an episode on it and so on and so forth. But you have to let us know. Like, you actually have to comment and stuff. Like, you know, you just can't.
You literally have to DM us.
Like, you don't have to DM us, but you can comment in any freaking thing. Like,
that
YouTube,
too.
whatever.
But, you know, DMing works.
Even on as you're listening, you can reply to the poll. You know, like, what do you think of this episode? I liked it, and I would like to have an episode on doing the. Come on.
Like, if you really want to know the true source of our workouts.
Yeah. Pay me. Anyway, go to the Patreon, subscribe, like everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you again next time.
Till next time.
Peace.